Now, let's slow it down a bit and actually see these questions in action. Let's jump into the LeetCode terminal and break down how to approach, think, and solve them side by side. So the first question, for permutations we use recursion plus backtracking. On LeetCode I implemented it like this: choose an index to fix, swap that element into the current position, then recursively generate permutations for the remaining indices. After the recursive call, swap backtrack, so we can try the next candidate. This keeps the algorithm in place and avoids extra list copying. Key points to mention in the implementation: base case, when the current index reaches the end, the swap before recursion, and the swap back after recursion. That pattern ensures we explore every ordering without duplicates. And now for the nQueens approach. I used systematic backtracking with an isSafe helper. The flow: try to place a queen row by row. For each position in the current row, call isSafe. To verify column and diagonal safety, use sets or Boolean arrays to track used columns and diagonals for O1 checks. If safe, place the queen, recurse to the next row, and if recursion fails, undo the placement, backtrack, and try the next column. This produces all valid boards or the first valid solution depending on the objective. In code, separate concerns: isSafe for checks, a solve row recursive function for placement, and a board representation list of strings or arrays to collect solutions. After writing both solutions in the LeetCode terminal, I tested them and got both codes running perfectly. After wrapping up DSA, I jumped straight into my machine learning grind. In the previous video, we discussed regularization, Lasso, ridge, and the hybrid one, elastic net regression. So today, it was finally time to turn theory into code. I asked GPT what my next move should be, and it said, implement them. Simple. So I fired up my laptop, opened VS Code, and hit Kaggle. After scrolling through a few options, I landed on the used car price prediction dataset, loaded with features like model year, range, engine type, mileage, fuel type, and transmission. Perfect for regression. I pulled it into pandas, and that's when reality hit. The dataset was a mess. Missing values, random capitalizations, inconsistent formats, text where numbers should have been, pure chaos. That's when I realized the real work wasn't modeling, it was cleaning. I imported pandas and NumPy, ran the usual checks, data.info, data.head, data.describe, and immediately saw half the table screaming for help. Even mileage had entries like 15,000 kilometers. So I rolled up my sleeves and started fixing things. Filled missing numeric values with the median, categorical ones with the mode, stripped spaces, lowercase text, cleaned mileage with rejects, and created dummy variables using getDummies. Dropped useless columns like seller comments and duplicates, renamed the rest for clarity, and slowly shaped the chaos into order. It was a full-blown coding montage, bouncing between VS Code and GPT, debugging errors, tweaking syntax, celebrating small wins each time the data frame looked cleaner. Hours flew by, and finally, I had it, a clean, structured, ready-to-train dataset. I leaned back, smiled, and realized something: machine learning isn't about fancy algorithms, it's about patience, cleaning, and clarity. That's where the real craft lies. After that long grind, I shut my laptop for a bit, took a breath, and got ready for the next phase. And to refresh, I started up with my daily language practice, and today it was time for Spanish, and I officially hit day 304 of my streak. I unlocked a new unit about body parts and am just a unit away from reaching a Spanish score of 30 anyway, so I learned new words like el cuerpo, the body, la pierna, the leg, el brazo, the arm, la nariz, the nose. It was a fun and refreshing session that helped me expand my Spanish vocabulary before diving back into the grind. Then it was time to hit the gym for the push day. To target my chest, I did 2 sets each of incline barbell bench press and flat barbell bench press for great midsection. Then, to target my shoulders, I added 2 sets each of machine rear delt flies and single-hand cable lateral raises, giving those side delts that nice, rounded look. I don't train front delts because they already get enough training during the chest presses. Solid workout overall. After my gym session, I came back, grabbed my laptop, and jumped straight into coding mode. No breaks, no distractions, just me and the screen. With the data cleaning finally out of the way, it was time for the real deal, writing the core code, the backbone of a linear regression model. I started by standardizing the data using built-in Python libraries to make the job easier and making sure every feature sat on the same scale, then split it into training and testing sets. Next came the three pillars: the error function, the gradient function, and the gradient descent function, the heartbeat of every learning model. Each one had to align perfectly for the model to learn and converge. Once everything was ready, I plotted the results, expecting at least a spark of progress. But then it hit me. I hadn't added the penalty terms yet, the entire point of this experiment. So I did what any developer would do, went straight back to GPT for help. It explained how to modify the functions and to add what more parameters in them, like reg alpha, L1 ratio, and more for each regression type. Lasso, add the absolute value penalty. Ridge, add the squared penalty. Elastic net, combine both. None, plain linear regression. Sounded simple, in theory. But theory rarely plays nice with code. The moment I hit run, I got bombarded with errors, syntax issues, wrong variables, missing iterations, pure chaos. I debugged, fixed one bug only to meet two more. After endless reruns, it finally worked. And the results? Absolute garbage. The mean squared error skyrocketed, the bias was a disaster, it was a total meltdown. I spent the whole day building what I now proudly call the shit model. But honestly, that's part of the grind. You build something terrible before you build something great. Every broken model teaches you something. Tomorrow, I'll dig deeper, fix the logic, and maybe, just maybe, make it learn. While my model was running, I also had my daily trading session. And yeah, I fucked up today. I let FOMO take over, fear of missing out, and made some stupid trades, basically just gambled. I was just $90 away from passing phase 1 of my funded challenge, and now I'm $160 away after losing around $65 in a single session. Man, the market did me dirty today. So yeah, that was my day 15. From DSA and ML to Spanish, gym, and trading, it was a rollercoaster of wins and losses. But that's what this journey is all about, showing up, learning, and evolving every single day. Thanks for watching. We'll meet again tomorrow for day 16. Peace out.
The network awakens. Intelligence takes form. Undegreed. The signature remains.